According to authorities, the suspected arson occurred early this morning. When police arrived, they found 5 vehicles set on fire or damaged, and the word resist spray painted on the front of the business.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't
Are we okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me educate you.
You don't need to patronize
you don't need to. You don't need to be condescending to me. So let me educate you about my position.
Tonight, Musk reposting the.
You know what? Good for him, because like she shouldn't even have been trying to make that point about but when they do it in the halls of Congress, it's good, right? It's good. She's trying to be funny, and now's not the time for that. If you've never asked him his position, don't assume on it. This is Anna Kasparian slamming the left, slamming crazy people. Anna Kasparian does talk about the situation with Scott Jennings and how he handled that on CNN. I think that Scott Jennings, me personally, I think he just handled that woman very, very well. Because these people think that this is a joke. And the Kasparian actually takes a shocking twist on this. And Anna Kasparian and Scott Jennings, they really just actually just have common sense about the situation. Now is not a time for one-uppins. Is that what it is? One-uppins, come-uppins, or whatever? Oh, this, you guys did this, so now ha ha ha. Like, that's just not even funny. But let's go ahead and get into this. Is Anna Kasparian shocking her audience, turning on her audience, and then agreeing with MAGA hero Scott Jennings.
The video from Las Vegas calling the incident terrorism.
I gotta say, Scott Jennings usually keeps it cool during these CNN debates, but he really lost his temper during this debate about the Tesla dealerships that have been targeted by individuals, and often, in a lot of cases, in some pretty violent, terrifying ways. And we're going to get back to that brawl that almost took place on CNN in just a minute. But the FBI is investigating attacks on multiple Tesla dealerships across the country, some of which, again, have been targeted in violent ways. Now, luckily, there haven't been any injuries reported. And John, I got to be honest, it's actually a minor miracle that there haven't been any injuries reported, because there are instances of people literally shooting into these Tesla dealerships, which could hurt someone or kill someone. Mm-hmm. So, look, I understand the fury that people are feeling toward Elon Musk. Please don't do this, because you're going to harm someone. You're going to hurt innocent people. This isn't the right way to get your message across. And if anything, if you get caught, you're going to suffer some very serious consequences. And I don't see how that's going to change anything in our political system. But what do you think, John?
Yeah, not anything positive necessarily. At this point, probably likely to end up in some sort of like South American super prison or something like that. So I'd be careful about that. I do think, though, there's a lot of people assuming that the violence we're seeing is being perpetrated by critics of Elon Musk. It could be that they're enthusiasts of him. I mean, he has encouraged people to use flamethrowers for entertainment.
So, all right, before we get to that part, I will say just a couple things. If you get caught doing something like this, of course, I don't want you to get sent to, some South American prison. I still don't, because we have our own judicial system and we should deal with our own criminals. Because then we set a precedent for sending other people to other places. Y'all know how I feel about that subjectivity, okay? But also, at the same time, if you get caught doing something like this, you do need to be prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. So his point for saying that, I don't even know why. I will agree, with him saying, oh, yeah, well, you could go to a South American. Let us not minimize what's going on here. Like, this is ridiculous, all right? It is. Now, I will agree and say I don't know who it is who's doing this. It could be, I don't think it's an Elon enthusiast. It could be a bunch of kids. I mean, we have also these NGOs that are paid for by, I'm not just going to say Soros. I'm also going to say other companies like, I believe if I'm not mistaken, I think Chase is not Chase. Let me be careful before I say that. There are plenty other NGOs that fund these bad actors too. But the problem is the media gives us one to talk about, and then everybody stays stuck on just that one. But yeah, he could kind of chill with that. By the way, guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and a notification bell. Thank you to everybody that lands on this video. I'm coming to you faceless. Got a lot of things going on, but still wanted to drop something for you because I love what I do and I love talking to you guys. But yeah, so I just think that he can chill a little bit with his sarcasm a bit. And Anna Kasparian can, not minimize it as much. Scott was right, again, to blow off on that girl, because why are you bringing up J6 and all of this? Why? Like, that's all the left ever has to go on. I'm over it. Stop it.
And he has repeatedly said that Cybertrucks are bulletproof, although in many cases they are not. And so it's possible that they're just taking him up on these like bits of hype that he's done. But anyway, yeah, look, blowing up some Teslas or whatever is not going to tank Tesla. If anything, it's going to be the continued leadership of Elon Musk that does that. It hurts the local dealership and potentially maybe physically hurts the employees there who are not Elon Musk and might despise Elon Musk as much as you do. But that said, all that don't crime. The fact that they have so quickly and universally landed on destroying some of the private property of a wealthy person is literal terrorism. I think that's bad.
Yeah, but I also think that you're minimizing it too. Like, let's keep it real. This is why I don't like the left. I don't, because this I hate billionaires type of thought process is so frustrating. Not only is it frustrating, it's so lowbrow and low IQ. Again, I don't. On this channel, I don't make any bones about the fact that I don't trust Elon Musk in the government and all of the stuff that he's doing, because I can't see what he's doing. I'm sorry. I feel like he bought his way in to Donald Trump's pocket and inside of Mar-a-Lago and the White House. I mean, he's always there. However, I'm not trying to get in the way of that man's bag necessarily. Like, I'm at all. Like, as long as... Okay, we're talking about the regulations, the consumer finance programs and all of that. Like, that's annoying. But his personal Tesla, for him to say, oh, yeah, we could take down Tesla other ways. Yeah, bro, regardless of however we feel, these people worked hard to get their businesses. I don't care how they networked. You didn't do it. They did. So now you guys have me defending Elon Musk, but because I don't hate billionaires, bro. I don't. And it's not about, it's a billionaire, so it's not terrorism. It can be domestic terrorism. It can be. If you find out that there is a group that's funded that is doing stuff like this and blowing up cars and all of this because somebody else can get hurt. All right? I'm not radical that way. Like, this isn't normal. This is not good. So I don't understand why people are acting like this is something to just minimize. The left really, for all intents and purposes, they really can be very frustrating. They really can. Like, open your eyes, all right?
Setting a Tesla on fire is bad. I think it's worse to label anything bad happening to a business, concern of a dude in your administration now being terrorism. I think that's more worrisome.
So I initially shared the same idea, the same thoughts, but let me go through some of these details and then we'll revisit what we actually think about this. Because if it's merely, someone spray painted resist on a door of a Tesla dealership and nothing more, then yeah, obviously I agree. That's not terrorism. But some of these acts, I think, do qualify if they are motivated by politics, right? There's a political message that's being sent here because of who Elon Musk is, because of his closeness to the Trump administration. So these incidents do keep happening across the country. For instance, 4 Cybertrucks were set on fire at a Tesla lot in Seattle earlier this month. Last week on Friday, a man poured gasoline on an unoccupied Tesla Model S and set it on fire. But get a load of this. In a Portland suburb, more than a dozen bullets were fired at a Tesla showroom last week.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
No,
that
all
is
of it is.
All of it. Yes, all of it is. I'm not justifying any of this, but I think the terrorism threat or the terrorism claim could apply to some of these instances. This was actually the second time in a week that same Tesla dealership was targeted. Now, let's get to the latest attack. This one was at a Tesla dealership in Las Vegas. Authorities said at least one person threw Molotov cocktails, crude bombs filled with gasoline or other flammable liquid, and also fired several rounds from a weapon into the vehicles. So here's more on that from NBC News.
And, all right.
We believe the suspect approached the business wearing all black clothing, and he used what appeared to be Molotov cocktails and a firearm to conduct his attack.
Just hours before in Kansas City, 2 Tesla Cybertrucks set ablaze at a dealership there. Tonight, the FBI stepping.
So this is what's called manifestation. You know what I mean? Like where people are setting things ablaze, and then there's fires and tires and all this stuff. This is the small beginnings of manifestation. Manifestation is basically rioting, but I always call it manifestation because I've seen it face to face in Haiti, okay? I almost lost my life in Haiti because I was traveling through, getting from one town to another on the one road that they have over there, and I had guns pointed at me, right? Because it was the middle of a manifestation. But I've been saying this about America for a minute. It's not about necessarily even left and right. I don't know what this all is, but what I do know, because I'm not going to act like I have all the answers, but what I do know is we have a problem. We do. We have a problem because we're not getting down to the root cause of the issues of why people feel like they need to act like this, and then catching the people who are actually doing this. And then you have other people who want to minimize it because, oh, well, it's Elon Musk. Listen, I'm not a fan, and I don't have to keep saying that, but this is the beginnings of something. I do feel like, I'm not going to, civil war this like Tim Pool loves to do, but this is the beginning of something. But but the people will, it's like frustrating because to get down to the nitty gritty and the truth of why we are in this position is to have a seriously tough conversation that people are too scared to have. It is frustrating for me to watch what's happened with these JFK files and how everybody's sitting around making content about it, but nobody's actually really getting down to the crux of the situation. I'll leave it there.